Hey guys, how's it going? It is a rainy day, and that does not happen very often. So I'm gonna be outside enjoying the rain today, doing a little bit of work. I wanna give you guys an update on a few things that have happened while I was gone, and show you guys something that Brent had installed, which I'm really excited about. And then also, do you see this? This right here should not be this way, it should be this way. So this is my mahogany slender hibiscus, and I want to pull it back up, and I also want to take quite a few cuttings from it, and I want to make a flower arrangement that is like full of mahogany slender hibiscus. I also have some Coco Loco roses that look like they're doing really well right now that I might take some cuttings, and I might just do a very small compact arrangement from those. But I think I want to just do a vase full of the mahogany slender hibiscus because I love this stuff. So that's my plan today, is just kind of show you guys a few things because it's raining, and I think you guys can hear it, I'm sure, and just take today very, very easy. And I'm really, really excited about having an easy day back. First day back in the garden from this big trip that I went on, and to make a couple flower arrangements, 2 flower arrangements with 2 plants. I don't think I'm going to do anything besides the roses in one and anything besides the mahogany splendor hibiscus in the other. I might tuck some of the mahogany splendor hibiscus into the Coco Locos. We'll see. I gotta go grab a couple vases, and then we're gonna get to harvesting some of this. I got the first one done. It is not as full as I would like it to be. I would love if this thing was so much more full, but it's okay. It's still really pretty. I was hoping to have a bunch of these Coco Loco flowers, but most of them are just a bit past their prime. Like this one right here is a little too far past its prime, but it's okay. It's still a really gorgeous arrangement. Very, very minimal. 2 plants, the mahogany splendor hibiscus and the roses. It's still super gorgeous. I'm not mad at it at all. So let's go ahead and just harvest a whole bunch of that mahogany splendor hibiscus, and then I will tie it all up. The rain looks like it's starting to subside just a little bit, so I mean, it's good, but also I really enjoyed that it was raining a little bit. It was really peaceful. It was really nice. So let's go ahead, do that, and then I'll show you guys a few things around the property that have changed. obviously went in with more than 2 plants. So 3 plants total, 2 flower arrangements. I did this vase and I was like, wow, it's really beautiful. It needs more drama. It needs something else. And I went and I just grabbed a couple of the amaranth. This is the Love Lies Bleeding. And I just draped it off of one side, and I think that might have been it. So I'm gonna bring those inside, and I've got the little one right there. They're both gonna come inside. And this one is gonna go kind of like in between our entryway and our living room, and then that one will just probably go on the coffee table. So I'm gonna bring those inside really quickly, and then we're gonna come back out and I'm gonna show you guys kind of updates on a few things that have happened while I've been gone. So an update on a few things. This is a miscanthus, and it has started to bloom its little head off. Look at all the like seed heads on the grass. I actually really enjoy using these in flower arrangements. I do remember them being much more pink last year, and this year they are not pink. I do think I am going to end up pulling this plant though. It's a little bit too big for this area. I'll probably end up using it somewhere else because I really love it. But I want to wait for it to die back. So we're just going to enjoy the seed heads and enjoy it this fall time, and then we'll cut it back. You can see it's going to come into the espalier apple a little too far. So I need to find a grass that stays much more small or do something else. But I do think it's a really pretty plant. It's just wrong plant, wrong area. So update on that. And then look at my Queen of Sweden rose is blooming again. So this is Queen of Sweden. Such a gorgeous rose. I love this one. It does have like very few thorns on it, so it's really good for like walkways and stuff like that. Like this entire branch right here, I don't see a single thorn on it until I get to one right there. So it's supposed to be much more compact also. For some reason it has shot up. It's not supposed to do that. This one's only supposed to get about yay big, and it's doing something a little bit weird, so we'll have to cut that back a little bit later. And then an update in this area. You guys saw that concrete pad. I was going to plant some plants there, and there was a random concrete pad, so I couldn't plant anything there. We pulled it out. Here it is. It's just a random square. It's about 2 feet tall, 2 feet wide, so it's a good sized little square. And we have no clue what it went to. We think something was probably sitting on top of it, and then just over time, obviously just continued to get more and more buried. So we now need to get rid of that. There's always the weirdest things on this property. I don't understand. But Brent got it all taken care of. It was just right here. He pulled it out. I didn't even try to pull it out. I guess I totally could have. But then he came in and he moved the water spigot. So we had water here, and he moved it. And look at what he did. So he put a... what is this, a 4x6 board right here, sunk it into the ground, and installed my angry frog. So we have water here now. So exciting. And I am gonna pull this little piece off. That comes off, and then you can attach your hose directly to that. But isn't that the cutest thing ever? My little angry frog guy. I'll make sure that this guy's linked in the description down below. And then the water pipe just comes up the back of it. So you can see there it is up the back, and then it just comes out the front. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? So I've got a little angry frog, and I would like to find a small little, I want to find a hose that I can leave in like a bucket that goes right here. Just a small one, just because I don't want, obviously I don't want to do a hose link on this, but I just thought it was so cute. So this will just be more a short hose for refilling water cans and little things like that. Because on the other side of the property, I do have a hose link, but isn't that just so stinking cute? I just love it. So I do think that that is probably the best purchase that I've made this year. It is so stinking cute. Very, very pleased with it. I really want the hummingbird. I want to turn all of our hose bibs here into little creatures. I fell in love with it. I remember my grandmother having one. I don't remember what animal it was, but hers was green. I think it might have been copper, and it just like had aged or something like that. I don't remember what animal it was, but I clearly remember her having one. I don't remember what it was though, but I just love them. I think they're so cute. And I've actually been looking for them for a very long time. And the only ones that I could find would be like 70 bucks, 80 bucks. And I was like, that is psychotic not doing that. So I found this one on Amazon, and I think I got the frog because it was on sale. Also, the frog's really cute, but the hummingbird isn't too bad either. So eventually I would like to change all of our little spigots into little creatures. And then because I don't think I'm gonna end up doing a garden tour this fall, I did want to show you guys a few things that are looking really cool right now. Things that I'm just kind of impressed by. This right here is my Japanese anemones, and they are blooming their little heads off. The bees are madly in love with them. Look at that. So they've been blooming like crazy, and it's been a couple weeks. It's been really nice. It's been so much fun to just get to enjoy these beautiful pink blooms. This one is called Pamina, and I have another variety right here, and this one is looking like it's probably done blooming. It's not very happy anymore, but I still think the seed heads are actually really pretty. You can see the like bright green color. So they'll stay that bright green color after all of these petals like pop off. And they're still cute. So not mad at that at all. I'll just have to wait for the blooms to come off. But I'm very, very impressed with the Japanese anemones this year. They've done beautifully. I was a little bit nervous about them, but they definitely rebounded. I also wanted to give a update on the Arabian Jasmine. It is all still totally alive, and it smells insane up here right now. Some of these blooms have turned a little bit purpley, which I'm not mad at that at all. But this one bloom, look at this. What is happening? Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flowers on one. This is literally like, it's punching me in the face. It smells so good. And that is so pretty. This is one bloom. Well, it's a whole bunch of blooms, but they all came out at the exact same point. So this thing is bloomed nonstop, and you can see some of these have already almost reached the top. So I still do need to come in and do a bit more winding. This piece actually needs to go this way. But very, very impressed with the Arabian Jasmine. It smells so good. It's absolutely divine. There's only a couple blooms at a time right now, and even just the couple blooms that we've had have just continued to perfume the air. And I don't know why there's so many of them that have taken on this purple color. I'm not mad at it though. It's really pretty. I also had to show you guys this rose. This is the Itsy Bitsy Peach Rose, and I'd shown it a while ago, and it was like just finishing its flush of blooms, but I wanted to show you guys it now. So it's flushed out again. So this is obviously a very new bloom. This is a pretty fresh bloom. And then this is one that is very, very aged. And this is them as they've matured a bit. So really, really pretty rose. And I'm loving this color. This one is more a landscape rose, so this really is as tall as it should get, and it'll probably spread out a little bit more, but I'll come in and I'm going to keep it in check and give it a big hack back this fall time once it starts to fully defoliate. We're doing really good here. Once it defoliates, we're going to cut it back, and that'll help really keep it in check, but it does look really, really good. And then I do want to give you guys an update on the kale hedge that I did, or the cabbage head, whatever it is, the hedge of ornamental kale cabbage. I initially was seeing some pretty bad slug damage. Like it started, you can see some of the leaves right there. And I went in with some of the Bonide Slug and Bug around each of these plants and totally cleared all that up. Zero issues anymore. Here comes Freya. And so the Bonide Slug and Bug works so well for me. It doesn't work for, I guess, some people. I've heard a few people saying that it doesn't work for them, but for me it always works really, really well. After I use it, I see zero issues, but you do need to keep up on reapplying it. So I applied it to each one of these, and I applied it to my hostas back here, and I'm totally loving this bed now, but I just gotta find a few little more things to just kind of tuck into its place. And then I also wanted to give an update on this bed. I've got the Love Lies Bleeding Amaranth, which is right there. And then the Apple Espaliers along the fence, all looking good. And I've also got a bee touching me. Where's that? Ugh, this bee won't leave me alone. Okay, we're moving on. The Super Calpachoas, this section looking fabulous. I obviously had one that died there, and I went in and I planted the alliums, the serendipity alliums, and they didn't love that, and now they are rebounding, which is fine. They'll die back completely, and then they will come back alive, and they'll be absolutely gorgeous. But look at this, like, bed. Isn't that psychotic? A whole bed just of, like, pink. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 plants right here. So really, really impressed with these. They had a little bit of a lull moment in the heat of the summer. They didn't love that, but now that we're starting to cool back down, we're in the like 90s, cooling down. They're so happy, and it's just a sea of pink. I'm very, very impressed with these. And then we are gonna end the video on a sad note, and I am very, very sorry. But I wanted to give an update on the babies. None of them survived. I think Brent has cried, and I have tried not to cry. We had a crazy infestation of mice all of a sudden coming into this area, and we're pretty sure that the mice killed them. So what we are going to end up doing is we're going to come in here and we're going to pull out all the gravel, and we're just going to pour cement in here. 2 of the babies are just totally gone, and we found one of them, and it was clear something got to it. So our plan now, just to keep everybody safe from now on in here, is, like I said, just pull out all of the gravel that we have in there, because that's what we were doing as a base. It's supposed to be the most sanitary for them. But we decided, instead of just losing them, we're just going to do a cement base down at the bottom, so they'll have a hard, solid ground, and we'll just keep up on regular cleanings of that. So yeah, we lost the babies. It's super unfortunate, and I don't know if we'll get any more this year, because they usually don't lay eggs in the winter time, and we're headed into winter. So yeah, I had to give you guys that update. It is heartbreaking, because they were so close. So close, and none of the other nests have any eggs in them at all. So it is what it is. It's life, but it is unfortunate, especially because mice got to them. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm very, very sorry to end on a sad note. The flower arrangements look beautiful, and everything here is looking beautiful. This is my first day back in the garden, and it is very, very nice to be back here in my garden and have it be quiet, no city noise. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, except for that last section, and thank you for visiting our garden, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.